everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to today's episode on Okrika beginner class. Well, today I'll be talking to you about how to start Okrika business. I want to build, I want slot, I want sharing. I will explain all of those terms to you, and you can pick whichever one you are convenient with. Well, in the first class, I introduced myself. In the second class, I talked about the difference between direct and package bill. In the third class, I talked about the type of bills we have. So this is our fourth class. In case if you've missed anyone, kindly go back and check for the previous classes. Okay, so for today, when you want to start Okrika business, there's always the option of which should I go for. Should I go for a full bill? Should I share bill? Should I slot? Should I pick? Should I sign? Bill means like buying in bill means bill. Sharing means maybe you are sharing into 4 or into 2, half or quarter. Slot means you are sharing into like 10, one bill into like 10, 15 people. That way it's going to be cheaper, maybe like 10,000 in 15 places for a 150,000 naira bill. Unlike when you buy a whole 150,000 naira bill of one bill, or when you buy a whole 40,000 naira quarter bill, you get. So why signing means once the person opens the bill, you pick the very clean ones, which you can actually pick maybe at the rate of 1,000 naira per one, but you are very sure you'll be picking the clean ones in the bill. While on the second hand, signing, slotting, picking means you enter market and you select from different sellers to make into your whole bill. So basically, starting Okrika business require capital, which you might not have. If you don't have that capital, that should not deter you from starting. And some people actually believe that if I buy bill, I will not buy fine things. So if I don't buy fine things, now how will I sell and recover my money? It doesn't work that way. So instead of me buying bill, let me go for slotting and signing. In fact, it pays you more if you buy a bill. If you buy a first grade bill of 150,000 Chiffon top, 400 pieces, and able to sell 200 at the rate of 1,000, that's 200k. So the remaining 200 pieces is just like whatever else you are getting from the bill. Sure, you get. Why sharing? Yes, you may be able to share quarter and you still share in accordance to the bill price. Slotting might not really pay you, because slotting, by the time the person share a whole bill, let's assume there's 200 good pieces, and they say have to share the 200 good pieces between 10 of you. That means you have 20 good, and they said the remaining 200 pieces bad. Between the 10 of you have 20 good, 20 bad. Sure, so that it doesn't pay you. But at the end of the day, if you finish selling, you may not even recover what you put into slots. Then, and some people want to just discard their whole this. They'll tell you this first grade and all of that. They'll now buy cheap bills and share and slot it out to you people. So you make loss. Why signing? Signing pays. Yes, it's just pays, but it's very, very expensive. You might sign a pieces of clothes like 700 and you have to sell it for 1,000. Maybe I could have bought a bill of clothes at the rate of 400 naira per pieces and sell at the rate of that 1,000. Sure, you get. So that's just one of the difference between them. Now, as a beginner, which should you go for? First thing you have to look for first is a trusted supplier. If you have a trusted supplier, nothing stops you from starting with bill. If you have money to buy a bill, I encourage you to start with bill, because starting with bill puts you at ease, as in you are very much at peace with yourself, and you know that whatever you see you are selling, you are dividing it by say the number of pieces in the bill. So it pays more if you are buying a bill. Now, because you can't buy like 3-4 bills at a time, and maybe because you don't know which particular bill to go for, then I will encourage that you share. Yes, you can share into quarter or share into 2. If you know I have 150 and I want to start, buy children wear quarter bill, buy men jean quarter bill, buy female top quarter bill, buy women's skirt quarter bill, like that. So at the end of the day, you find out that you have varieties after 150. Now, do I advise slotting? I only advise slotting if you will be there when they are sharing, because personally I don't do slotting. I don't even have that strength of picking for 10 people. So by the time the person has picked for he or she will be tired. So at the end of the day, you might get the bad ones, you might still get the good ones and all of that. Even for sharing into 4 last song, it's a lot of work, because if I have to share into 4, it stresses me extra than if I have to slot into 10. So I avoid slotting by all means. You can't see me slot. I don't do slots. Even my sharing itself, if they are not up to 4 that are willing to share that particular bill, or 3, I will tell you I'm not opening, because I can't, because of one person, open a bill and share it into 1. It won't pay me. That means that we have leftover. Now for signing, yes, signing is good. If you are looking for boutique standard bills and you cannot afford to buy a boutique standard bill, if you want to buy boutique standard bills, and boutique standard bills generally are expensive, so some of these bills used to have boutique standard bills in it. So when you want to sign, you pick out the boutique standard bills, and because maybe you are signing like 100 pieces, the person might just decide to give you at a cheaper rate to when you are buying. My regular boutique standard bills start from 200, and most of them have like 250 to 400 pieces, which is like 1,000 naira per pieces. So if you are signing, you might be signing at the rate of 1.5, because they are boutiques, they have tags, very clean, those kind of nice bill something. So you might want to just try to sign only if you are sharing a boutique standard bill. If you are not doing boutique standard bill, then you don't have any business. Like, you absolutely don't have any business signing. It's better for you to go for slotting. If you feel like, okay, I don't have up to 40,000, I want to start, what do I do? I advise that you enter markets. Enter markets like all these Asani, Katangua, Owerri, markets, Onitsha markets, like all these big markets. Go there, check for people that used to sell Okrika. Like Asanina is every Tuesday. You get there, sit out for like 15 naira. So you take your time to select. So by the time you take your time to select, you'll be selecting some good ones at a very cheaper rate. So yes, I think that way you get to spend less and sell well too. Now for no reason should you start your Okrika with clearance. It doesn't end you. That somebody wants to sell clearance, let me quickly go and buy clearance, or agenda. Instead of brand, they call it agenda. Don't try it, because if you buy 10,000 naira clearance, it is only with God fear that the seller is going to give you good items. Say me now, there are some goods that I have at home since like January. I don't even know how to sell them, so I've been thinking that okay, I will give them house, to people that I want to start Okrika business for free anyway. Now if I decide to sell them, it might pay you because they are still very clean. But people that sell, their clearance is the last grade of the bill, so they pack it, they will have it very plenty. Then after you won't start for 10,000 because you feel like it's cheap. You rush to buy it, and at the end of the day you find out that you cannot even pick out a single pieces of that clothes to sell. Yeah, so I don't advise that you buy clearance to start market. Anyway, that's it on today. I think I've told you what Bale is, what sharing is, what slotting is, what signing is, and finally what clearance is. So I hope this is going to help you make a decision in knowing what to buy, like what kind of scale do I want to do, what kind of markets do I want to look for. Yeah, so what kind of people am I looking to patronize there? So I think you should be able to make a decision on if you want to start a bill sharing store. But for whatever reason, if you are just starting a Okrika business, don't go into clearance, except if you know that your area will be buying clothes of 20 naira, 50 naira. You can try clearance. But if you are thinking you get a boutique standard clothes inside bag of clearance, yes, you will get, but it might not be up to 2 or 3 and it won't pay you. So don't try it. Don't go for it. And if you are going to go into bill, to make sure the person that is selling your bill to you is somebody that you trust, so that you don't end up selling a rag of bill to you. They not tell you that Bale, people are fond of those things, especially we that we sell. And at a point in time, I believe that they'll tell you that Bale is risky, you don't know what is inside. we know what is inside. Yes, we don't know the content anyway, but we know the quality of wares that's inside, because we don't buy a first grade bill the same amount we buy a second grade bill. We don't buy a second grade bill the same amount we buy a third grade bill. So when somebody tell you a Bale is boutique standard, they are not saying you won't get clearance. They are telling you that 70% of that bill is clean. I hope you get my points. Yeah. So you might want to buy bill, but it's always advisable you look at, shine your face well. Say, this bill I want buy, so hope say this person no go scam. Make sure the person have very good reviews. If person get reviews, like people they buy from her and they are saying there, so I'm not talking about those that used to do giveaway that customers are so blinded to see what they are selling. Like somebody uploaded bill, obviously in the bill it is written Portugal with a Portugal number, and somebody is saying that that bill is this seller that uploaded it to is saying that that same bill the US bill. How Portuguese and USA, how they enclose, sure you get. So what kind of things you look out for when you need to study somebody's page. Don't look at the fact that people are saying she is legit, she is real. What does she post? Somebody like me now does not really post most of my page because my business is usually on WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp group that I run. The link is in this is in above notes of this particular video. I have a WhatsApp group that I run, so people buy. And in my contact, I think I have like 150 something in my WhatsApp group. And I organize markets every month, because most times the container will come and they just tell me the container have come and carry it. So sometimes I organize twice, sometimes I do once. So that once or twice that I'm going to do, I might not even get up to 5 customers. But when I sell to them and they give me reviews, like they're like, okay, we like what has been sold to us, that people are encouraged to buy. So when you join a group, don't just say admin I want to buy. Although I think somebody messaged me one day, and she paid that very day, yes, and she has having her Okrika blog from that very day. So you might want to you need to check very well who your supplier is going to be, like what our reviews are like, to know exactly what you want to buy, if you should buy bill. And maybe you can do a kind of supplier that, maybe from a reviews people say she do refund back or all of that, because sometimes we just some suppliers on social media, they won't even answer. Yeah, they won't. So you have to be very, very how would I put it, careful the way you just dole out money for bills. Well, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm hoping to see you next week, Wednesday or Thursday, whichever of the two chance. You can drop your questions if you have any in the comment section. I'll be reading and ready to reply you as I read your messages. I'm still Jazz. I sell Okrika and I'm in Sherry's blog. Thank you.